Well, here goes. Hi, heroes. Welcome to day one of the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. A very exciting and not at all terrifying event organized by me and all of my friends to help me raise money for gender-affirming surgery. This is a long time coming. I've been talking about it for many months, and here we are. We have arrived. So good morning. Hello. It's nice to see you. Thank you for the snacks. I appreciate you. I love y'all so much. You'll find some new redeems and maybe some new functionality on a few things around the stream. I've been coding my little pants off, which incidentally I don't wear. I wore a skirt. But hi everybody, let's say hi. Let's say hi. This is as normal a stream as I'm gonna be able to manage today. So we are kicking off a 4-day event with 25 plus creators. A bunch of artists and musicians have donated their time and their services to reward people for donating various amounts to my funds. And we're going to go over all those details today. We're going to go over all the details. I'm going to tell you all about it, how it works, what we've got on offer, and what kind of content we're planning today. This is going to be a 4-day stream series for me. Originally, the plan was to do like a donathon, but you know, I'm disabled. But if other people take the streaming lead, then I can pop in on them and then lay down when my body starts screaming. So, pretty clever. Pretty clever if I do say so myself. Always got to remember Americans have a different meaning for pants. Pants? I don't think we do. I think pants means the same thing. Trousers, pants. Leggings. Elsewhere pants is underwear? What? No. What? I mean, I don't wear them anyway, but I mean, okay, I'm learning a new one today. Yeah, we call it underpants. Okay. I've never heard this one before. I'm scrampy 12 years old and I've never heard this one before. And pants goes outside of the underpants. Yeah, well, I mean, assuming you're doing it in the right order, yes. But like, I'm not your mom. I can't tell you how to do your, I mean, Mega Man exists. And Mega Man wears his underpants on the outside, so we're not pranking you. I can't believe this. Trousers is the word for trousers here. I mean, that does make sense, and I do find that pretty self-explanatory, but pant leg. And then pant leg is pants. Pants is pants. Exactly, weebs. I don't know, linguistic differences are really wild to me. Trousers is a specific kind of pants in the US. It's true. It's true, or like trousers or slacks or cargo pants, you know? Trouser leg. Educational stream unlocked. Hi, KPG. Hello, King. How you doing? Pancake. Trousers are specific, yeah. A trouser is a specific kind. It's basically like a straight leg pant. Trouser leg sounds like a children's storybook. Whoa! Look, the roll! Huh? Alternate, good job getting better at swimming. It takes a while to grind that skill up, but it's important. Have you seen my doggy paddle? No, but I have seen a henway. As opposed to the curvy pant. Yeah, the curvy pant, which is where I walk upstairs too quickly and get out of breath. Senator, hi! Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. Thank you for 4 months. Hi, Senator. What's a henway? I don't know. What's a henway with you?
Perchance, what is the actual weight of said fowl?
Got him. The weirdest part is how every English dialect puts words like trousers or pants into plural by default. It is a weird thing. I like your color. Your color looks delicious, Higgs. Y'all are checking in on your quests that you've been on since the last stream. Congratulations, by the way. Only one of you rolled double ones, which is pretty good. Pretty good odds. a rare day when I'm actually here. Well, welcome! Welcome to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. Ooh, close call there, Bagel. But you had a few really good runs, so how to defeat a dodgeball? I don't know. I feel like there's some advice in the name, but like...
Bingle Gringle.
So hi everybody, holy cow! Holy cow, special event. Really brought everybody in, huh? Chat's bopping. Let me say hi everybody. Hi Mexi, hi Higgs, hi Vin, hi Stoffino, hi Magna, hi Diggy. I don't know if I'm gonna get through everybody, but I'll try to say hi to people. Hi Weems, hi Marshall. Hi Umi, hi Cruising, hello, hi Gabby, hi Nog Baby. Hi Magnanum, Hi Bastards, hello, hi Higgs, hi Ren. I think I saw Nono in the chat too. Hi Prolo.
I'll throw a few rainbows at you. It feels in the spirit of things.
It does feel in the spirit of things. Thank you so much, Faye, for the bits. I appreciate that a lot. And even though we're doing a big old fundraiser, bits and subs still really help the channel. So let's talk about the thing. Let's talk about the thing. So the thing that's going on today and tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. That's gonna be that's the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. That's a very special event that I have been talking about for a couple months. So, what is the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser? And thank you so much for the bits, Mexi. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the sub cruising. Thank you, Meta Knight, for the bits as well.
Yay.
What is the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser? Well, I am a transgender woman. I know, shocking. Shocking that your transpan polyamorous pixie is in fact trans. And that means I experience a sensation called gender dysphoria. That means the motivation for my transition, my gender transition, because I was assigned male at birth and I'm trying to live a female life. And so,
Almost
Higgs,
a
thank
year
you so much
has
for the
for
resub
13
as well.
cheer.
And so, well, why, right? I mean, a lot of you already know this, but I figure it bears repeating. Dysphoria is a very unpleasant sensation. It sucks. It sucks a lot. It feels very bad, and it makes me very unhappy. It is a cognitive disconnect between the body my brain expects to have and the body I do have. My experience of having a body is incorrect, according to my brain. And there is a very low-level fundamental undercurrent of wrongness that accompanies most of my bodily sensations at pretty much all times. This is called dysphoria. It's related to dysmorphia, which you may be familiar with as well for people with body dysmorphia, which is a thing that happens. So how do we treat gender dysphoria? Well, we transition. That's what we do. And so we transition socially, we transition medically, we transition chemically, and we transition like appearance-wise. And so there's a bunch of different forms that transition can take for people, depending on the dysphoria and depending on the person. You can find relief from your dysphoria in different ways. And everybody's different. Everybody has a different experience of it. And my dysphoria is... Okay, so if dysphoria is like a guy who sits there and jabs you with a stick occasionally and just waves, just reminding you that they're there, you know, jab, jab. Because that's how a lot of people's experience with dysphoria goes. It's just kind of a constant reminder throughout the day. You get used to it. You get numb to it, but it still sucks. It becomes a constant low-level static or noise. My dysphoria is a very large man with a very sharp stick. And then he has a very sharp stick in both hands, and he has a little lever he can pull to electrocute me. And then sometimes he will push me down on the ground, and he will look me dead in the eyes, and he will remind me of things verbally. I have a very bad experience with dysphoria. And I want to be very real with you. There are things about my body that I don't like to interact with. And there's some trans girls out there who like the equipment they were born with and they want to transition differently. They don't experience dysphoria based on their biological equipment. I do, and it's very significant and pretty constant, and talking about it is making me squirm a little bit. And so, dysphoria is a jerk. It makes you not think your voice is good enough. Ren, your voice is lovely. Your voice is lovely and beautiful. And I'm going to move on from this topic because I don't want to trigger anybody's dysphoria, because when we get thinking about it, we get really good at shelving it, you know? And then when we get thinking about it, it falls off the shelf and we suddenly got to think about it again, you know? So I'm going to move on from this topic pretty quickly. But so one of the ways in which I want to transition is bottom surgery, gender affirming bottom surgery. For trans femme folks, we call this vaginoplasty and labiaplasty. This is two surgeries they do at the same time, where it's the classic, you know, the sex change surgery, which we don't call it anymore, but that's probably how a lot of folks know it. It is gender reassignment surgery. There's a couple different forms of it. Umi had it recently. A couple folks in the chat have had it previously. And it's a thing that costs about as much as a new car. From top to bottom. Oh, I should put my bar up. I realized I didn't put my bar up. Hold on. Studio mode. I'm realizing I fully forgot to put the Fat-Fraser bar up here. Okay. Hold on. I'm a professional at this. I do this for a living. Where's the Fat-Fraser logo? There it is. Put this down here. Yeah, store-bought is fine. And so, this surgery costs about as much as a new car. It costs in the United States, out of pocket, anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000 in general. Which, for a very long period in my life, I mean, I was homeless. I was couch surfing for a long time. I've been disabled and out of work for a very long time. I've tried my best to get my feet under me, and streaming has been the thing that has given me, ironically, the most stability I've ever had in my life. But it still hasn't really been enough. And I'll tell you a little story. When I started streaming, OG days, Cowgirl stream, Ushimimi TV, right? When people would give me bits or subs, I would refer to it as a crude terminology, but that's the kind of streamer I was. As like pussy pennies, vagina V-bucks, downstairs dollars, because thank you so much for the dono. Thank you so much for the dono. Excuse me. Thank you very much for donating to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. That's, hold on, let me get live updates going so that I can keep everybody's names tracked, because I don't remember if the thing goes up or down. Personal campaign, here it is. And we'll definitely get to this as well. Meta Knight, thank you so much for $100. Sorry, got a little thrown there. And Hobbs, thanks for $100. Excuse me? I don't know why it didn't notify me for yours, Hobbs. 100. Okay. Okay, we'll get to there. We'll get to there. We'll get to there. We'll get to it. Wow, we're getting close to that second milestone. So, when I first started streaming, I used these goofy terms to describe bits and subs on my channel because I had a fantasy. I had a dream that I thought was very silly. That one day I would be a streamer in a position where I could support my medical need to transition with my stream. So I thought it was very silly to imagine that, considering the amount of money it costs and how difficult it is and how long it would take. And
no idea where these came from. PLZ take.
And so 5 years later, here I am. Streaming brings enough money in every month thanks to your bits and subs and contributions that I can pay my health insurance every month. And I actually have health insurance for the first time in a really long time. And it's reliable. It's good health insurance. It's not like a crappy state plan that I pay $300 a month and still have to pay $50 a prescription. It's like a good plan with like a $0 copay for stuff. Like, so I looked into it, and the very far away, very impossible dream of getting the gender affirming bottom surgery I've craved for so long, turns out is kind of achievable. And so I've been taking steps to try to make that happen. And we've been pursuing the, thank you so much, Genichiro for 20. Please enjoy the Noel, the raffle for the Noel art. Where was I? Gender affirming surgery. Oh, yeah. So I did some digging, and it turns out that with the insurance plan that I'm able to fund thanks to the stream, thanks to your contributions, my maximum yearly out of pocket is about $5,000. And unless we're really, really, really off base, that means that will be my responsibility for the gender affirming bottom surgery. Financially, my responsibility for it. $5,000. And that's not a lot compared to the price of a new car. And suddenly, this thing that seemed so far away, that seemed so impossible, this thing to dispel this constant ache, this terrible sensation I'm always grappling with, suddenly seems achievable. So I put together a fundraiser with the help of my friends. I asked everybody for help. And, good morning, Nova. That's today.
New 100 Ko-fi donation from Jella Princess. I hope everything goes well for you.
Thank you for the Ko-fi donation. I can move that over to the fundraiser if you like, but otherwise I'll use that for food. If you want any of the fundraiser rewards with that dono, let me know, please. We're doing the fundraiser via Tiltify, so my Ko-fi donation link isn't gonna take you through the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. But if you want any of the fundraiser rewards, let me know. And just send one of us a message, me or one of my moderators, and we'll get you covered. Food is necessary too, so we'll go over this. So we're gonna break down the costs and the estimates of things, and why we're fundraising, aiming for 10K, and what we need the 10K for, and what will happen if we reach it. Let me tell you, I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. Jelly Prince, thank you for the first time chat. Thank you so much for the dono. That's really a tremendous amount of money, and thank you so much. I'm a nice bowl of Quespies. Yeah. Thank you, gods. Nova, have a good day at work. But don't worry, Nova. We're going 12 hours today across a bunch of different channels, and we're going 12 hours tomorrow, and we're going 12 hours Saturday, and we're going 12 hours Sunday. So don't worry, there will be streams to watch. Keep an eye on the card. If you do !info in the chat, there's a card that has our schedule, and you can know what channel we're going to be on at what time slot. That fixafairy.card.co will help you keep track of who's live at what moment. And spoilers, I'm probably going to be there for as much of this as I can. I'll be on as many streams as I can handle. So, Cool's Bean. The Cool's Bean is how you say it when you're bougie. One Cool's Bean, 'tis. And so, I have a shot at this. Bingo bongo. Bingo bongo. That's what Luigi would say if he had an American accent. So, I have a shot at this, and I've asked you for help. I don't like asking for help. It's not easy for me, and it makes me want to throw a big tantrum. It makes me want to cry and scream and flail around. I mean, y'all know me. I am very much the person who's like, no, I'll be fine. I have half a bag of quinoa and a potato. And then you... Oh, wait, oh, Quip, thank you for 50. Quip, thank you very much. It's really sweet of you. I appreciate you so much, and I really admire your work. It's hard for me to ask for help, and normally I'm very much like a half a bag of quinoa and a potato is enough for a week, and y'all have been very kind and supportive with me throughout my streaming career, and I'm very thankful to you. But this is one of those times where the need is great. The need is... Luke, thank you for $5. I really appreciate you. That really means the world to me, that you would donate some of your money to the fundraiser. So full disclosure, I need this. I need this in a way that's difficult to describe. This is one of those times where I don't really have words for it. I can't wait anymore. I've put it off for a really long time. I've been on this treadmill for a really long time. I've been in the chair, you know, to talk to surgeons and stuff before. Magna, that's Magna, that's a lot of money. Thank you, Froggy. I've been in the chair a lot of times, talking to surgeons and looking at diagrams and learning about surgery and getting my letters of approval. This is my third attempt. This is my third time meeting new doctors and making a surgical plan and putting it on the table. And I mean, I've had a date scheduled for the surgery before. I still don't for this one, but what? Mexi, what the hell? Mexi, that's over $300. Sorry, Cosmic Bun, hi. Hello, welcome, thank you for the first time chat. My name's Hesper Lightwing. I'm your companion fairy. I didn't do my intro today. I'm here to flutter around and help you lock on and slay your way to a brighter day. Lock on. What? Okay, we'll get to the milestones. We're gonna have to get to the milestones sooner rather than later. I'm just telling the intro story. Just giving everybody some context on what's going on. Luke, thank you for the sub. Zulkir, thank you for the first time chat. Hi, hello. Okay. So I've been in this spot before. I've done this dance a lot of times, and I've seen like 6 different therapists in the last 6 months of my life. So let's give you the timeline. In the United States, in order to get to surgery, you require 2 letters of psychiatric support from therapists who have been seeing you for multiple months. Requires a provable medical history of transition, either socially or chemically. And it requires a significant amount of education and disclosure and informed consent, because it is a surgery that has some risks, and it is an irreversible surgery. So, like, you gotta know what you're getting into. And they have to confirm your home situation. And Senator, that's $100. Thank you. What? Okay. Senator, thank you. Okay, we're gonna break down the goals and stuff. I gotta tell you what it is you're contributing towards. We'll get there. We'll totally get there. So in hi Umi. So when you want to get to surgery in the United States, you need a bunch of steps. And then the surgery, because of the nature of it, and I'll spare you the grisly details, requires a process called electrolysis, which is hair removal. Because they use the skin for stuff. And so you don't want to have hair growing in places that, because it's unsanitary, but also it can get infected and abscessed. It's a very scary thing. So you got to have the hair permanently removed, which means taking a needle and putting it into every hair follicle and electrocuting the hair follicle. It's painful and time consuming and expensive. It costs me about $80 for a half an hour. Faye, thank you so much for the contribution. Hey, that means the world to me. Thank you so much for donating to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. I appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed the art from Noelle, or the raffle entry for it at least. Noelle's gonna do, I think, 10 of those? So everybody who picks it gets a raffle entry. We're gonna raffle off and try to get them to as many people as we can. So, yeah, Quip, that's really what's going on right now. So, I just need everybody to understand. It's expensive, it's time consuming, it's difficult. Where I'm at right now, I've had some electrolysis done. We've been paying out of pocket for that. It's very expensive. It's about $80 for about a half an hour. I need something like 20 to 30 hours of it. You can do the multiplication on that. It's a lot of money. And we
New 20 Ko-fi donation from Clay_Moon_.
Clay, thank you so much for the donut on my Ko-fi. If you want any of the fundraiser
dust.
incentives, please let me know. We're doing the donathon through Tiltify. Maybe I should turn off. I mean, I shouldn't turn off my Ko-fi link because I do need that money too. If you want any of the donation incentives from the fundraiser for that, please let me know. We can get you wrapped up on that. And so, yeah, very, very suspicious, Iron Bite. Very suspicious. So where's Hesper at right now in this process? I've had some electrolysis done. I've had about 3 hours of electrolysis done. Once I have the surgery scheduled, I can accelerate that process, especially if the if the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser goes really well. In theory, I can get the electrolysis process accelerated, and go like weekly to it. Right now, I'm doing it like monthly because that's all we can afford. I have one of my 2 letters of psychiatric support. It's locked in, it's ready to go. They're good for, I think, a year from the date that they're signed by the therapist. And the last time I got them, the clinic I was getting them through went out of business and shut down. So, the time before that, I lost my health insurance. That was a pretty miserable experience. That was right before COVID. In any case, it's been a long time coming. I have the second letter being written right now. Cruising, thank you for $10 to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for sticking around, Cruising. You're a strong member of this community, and I love seeing you around. You're so nice to everybody. Thank you for the lurk, Cathal. Zilkir, it's wild. Yeah, so we don't generally use MTF or FTM anymore as terms. In those terms, I would be MTF. But those kind of, we try to adjust the terms to accommodate for our non-binary brethren at this point, which AMAB, assigned male at birth, would be the term used correctly. But I use she/her pronouns. I'm a girl. I'm a lady, and that's where I'm at. So yeah, thank you for the Dono Iron Bite. Thank you for 50. That's tremendous. We're halfway to the 3rd milestone almost. Okay, so I have one of my letters of support. The second letter is being written, and I expect to have it within like a week or 2. Which means, once I have that second letter of support, the next step is to call my surgeon and schedule the surgery date, which could be scheduled as early as 3 months. It could be scheduled as far out as a year. It depends on the demand and when they can fit me in. And sometimes you'll get scheduled a year out and they'll have a cancellation, or someone will lose their insurance, which sucks. And they'll call you up and be like, hey, when can you be ready for surgery? Can you be here next week? So once that letter is in and once I'm on the surgery scheduling list, it could happen anytime. And so raising the money is an important step so that I can be ready to strike when the iron is hot. And right now the iron is boiling, which is too hot to strike in this metaphor. If the iron was boiling, you would cool it down, because it would be extremely dangerous to strike boiling iron with a hammer. And the metaphor sort of breaks down, but the iron is very hot, is what I'm getting at. I have health insurance. I'm in a position to qualify for the surgery. I have all the necessities, the state and federal requirements for getting the surgery legally. The only thing standing in my way right now is that second letter and the money. So we're doing the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. Well, what's the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser? Let me tell you. Let me tell you about the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. This is a fundraiser that we're running to get me gender-affirming surgery. And as you can see, Prolo, thank you for 50. Not to 50. Prolo, thank you very much. That's tremendous. That's huge. I feel the need to express the gravity of this. Just for a moment. I can't tell you how important this is to me. There aren't words that really adequately sum up. To say it is the number one priority in my life and has been for a very long time is to undersell it somewhat. So every person who donates on this thing, thank you. You're making a tremendous and very real difference in my life. And I don't like asking for help. I like making myself about helping others. I like making myself about supporting other people, boosting other people. This is something that I really need. So, thank you. So the campaign, the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser campaign. Here is the Tiltify page, and I guess I need to refresh this now. So, we are almost a quarter of the way to the goal. On 25 minutes into the first day. That's wild. We're a little over a fifth. We're almost at a quarter. We're almost at 1/4. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the goal. So, my maximum out of pocket, Fix-A-Fairy, but you're not broken. We're just upgrading the sassy chassis. I mean, there's some stuff that's broken, but I did choose the fixed language because it's also funny to me. But I'm not going to focus too hard on that. I have already had what is called orchiectomy, actually, which means that the fixed language is not, like a vet. Anyway, hi, printers. Hi, Fribby. So, there is something broken. There really is. There really is. We wouldn't need this. Well, thank you for 50 more. After everything, thank you for 50 more. Heroes is 25%. So, let's break down the goals. Let's break down. Arba, thank you for 50. Not to 50. Arba, thank you for 50. I appreciate you so much. Arba, my love, as we say in chat. And if it wasn't Fix-A-Fairy, we couldn't call it the Faff-Raiser, which I think is really funny, because it also sounds like ActRaiser, which is one of my favorite video games, but it's faffing about, I hope you've been planning on what you want to do for stretch goals. Well, that's dilation. That's a little surgery joke for you. So, yeah, Theron, that's very true. Okay, so, let's break down the goals. $5,000. $5,000 is my minimum goal. That's the amount that I believe, unless I'm wildly off base, that's the amount that has been reported to me as my maximum out-of-pocket yearly expense for my surgery. Which means $5,000 should... Thank you for the $2 dono to Anonymous. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for giving every drop in the bucket. You can fill a bucket with enough drops. Thank you. $2 is $2. You get a snack wrap for that. If it still existed. God, I'm old. So, $5,000 is what I'm told is my maximum yearly out of pocket. That amount of money will allow me to go to my insurance company and say, pay for my surgery, and they'll say $5,000, please, and I will give them that, and they will cover the rest because of the monthly payments I am able to make on my insurance, which is about $300 every month. That you have contributed and helped me maintain for almost a year. And because I have had this surgery long enough, or this insurance long enough, I won't get hit with the, oh, you just got this insurance exclusion. And there may be a lockout for like a year, but I've almost had this insurance for a year now, so thanks to you, I'm able to go to them with $5,000, and that should be enough. So, Silkier, thank you for the lurk. We love our lurkers around here. Go do what you gotta do. So, ActRaiser just makes you think of Nick Arcade. Was ActRaiser on Nick Arcade? I think that had Rygar on there one time. Anyway, so 5,000 is the goal for that. There is also my top surgery. I had bilateral breast augmentation on 7/11, July 11th. I went to 7-Eleven and I got new boobs. That's the thing that I did. That cost me about $2,000 that I did not have. So we had to put that on credit. Also, hi Tickery, hello, welcome in. That's a Kobo. Wait, hold on. That's a Kobo. Ha. So, we put that on credit, which is a burden, a very significant burden for us right now. Our car's breaking, our house is expensive. We're kind of in a little bit of a credit hole right now. So, $5,000 is the initial amount for the surgery. $2,000 on top of that will cover the debt that I incurred for my top surgery. The Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser is not just about my bottom surgery. So $7K would get us there. And then I have some other goals here. It was 1,000 for incidentals, things like transportation and recovery and food during recovery and stuff. Drazov, thank you for 50? Not the 50! Drazov, you're an evil wizard, but you're very, very nice, actually. They say evil is... There's ontological evil, and then there's societal evil, and then there's just like, I'm going to be so nice. The fairy's going to cry on her stream. And that's the kind of evil that you do. Also, thank you, Parsley, for 10. Thank you so much for the donation. Everything helps. And yeah, you can get boobs at 7-Eleven. It's true. So, yeah, Quip, that's definitely the math. That's definitely the math on that. Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser includes fully paying off my mortgage. Let's do that, totally. Let's do the most successful indie fundraiser ever on Twitch. Why not? No, the secret quip is that we did it, people started donating like a week ago, so... Hi, Ayo! Heyo, Ayo! So, there's another 2,000 on top of that, which brings us to 10 for electrolysis. Paying the electrolysis out of pocket has been very expensive. It's, again, like, it's about $150 an hour, and I need like 20 to 30 hours of it prior to surgery. But there's also some other gender-affirming procedures with regards to my transition process that are important. Facial electrolysis would be really, really nice. Right now, when I want to go out, I have to take the time to shave like down to the skin, take a minute to let it like cool off because I have to do a very close shave, and then I have to take time to put on a bunch of heavy foundation, a bunch of powder. It would be really nice to be able to like go out to the store to get a can of soda without like needing to take 40 minutes of prep every time. That would be really cool. And it would improve my confidence and my passability as much as passing is garbage. It's the thing I want. I don't ever want to have a mustache or beard hair. And it's a thing that I deal with. It's one of those struggles. So $2,000 would cover electrolysis for pretty much everything. And so that's why we have a $10,000 goal. And thank you so much, Takery, for 20. I think that's really sweet of you to come by and show your support. Thank you. I appreciate Kobold. Kobold together strong. Kobold together strong. So, yeah, Gabby, you're next. Gabby, become a streamer. You're next. So, yeah, so, I do have some stretch goals in mind, potentially. So the way it's set up right now, we had planned to have $1,000 or $2,000 set aside for LMD to take a week or two off of work. Surgical recovery is a long and painful process. For the first week or so, I'll be in the hospital. And then for about 2 weeks, I'll be pretty much bedridden. Able to maybe make it to the bathroom on my own, unassisted. Hopefully, after the first couple days. It's pretty much a full-time job to take care of someone recovering from this surgery. So, it's a raid? Barry! Tony Onio! I like your name a lot. Barry! Hello, welcome in. Hi, thank you so much for the raid. My name is Hesper Lightwing. I'm your companion fairy. Here to fill up your hearts and help you lock on. Just lay your way to a brighter day. And sometimes the lock on even works. Sometimes I can... Ha! Barry! I don't know what Barry is, but Tony Onio, I appreciate you, raid. Thank you so much. How was your stream? Did you have a good time? What'd you get up to? Tell me about it. I'm going to throw you a follow so I can check out your content later, because I like your profile picture. Welcome. Raiders, we're kicking off a 4-day event today. Kind of a big deal. I'm going over the goals for this fundraiser, which we have already cleared 25% of. Okay, so we were planning on having like $1,000, $2,000 set aside for that. LMD's paid time off resets in January, so we may not need that money for that, which would mean that money could be used for other things like transportation or food or extra comfort or care for me during the recovery process. So there's a little bit of flex budget in there for the incidentals and the unexpected, which does happen with this sort of stuff. Or on the off chance that the estimate we got is wrong and it's going to have more incidental costs than expected, or heavens forbid I need a revision, which would be a secondary surgery. We played Baldur's Gate 3 with Rebecca and Molly. Oh, did you get here through the Rebecca thread? Hi, thank you so much for coming in. I love Baldur's Gate 3. I'm a huge fantasy TTRPG nerd. If you check out the check-in redeem, we have a quest report redeem. It costs you 1 channel point, so a follow is enough to drop that. And you can roll some dice and get a check-in, and that'll illustrate my love for TTRPGs. Like this. Whoa, you got better at swimming. Level 2. So, but that's a Sword World dice roll. Anyway, if you haven't heard of Sword World, come to my channel sometime and we'll talk about Sword World. It's my favorite tabletop RPG. It is the #1 fantasy TTRPG in Japan. It basically replaced D&D after the whole... Oh no! Oh, Quip, you accidentally PvP flagged! You can't do that! The guards will kill you right away! And Molly, thank you for the follow. We'll talk about Sword World in the future for sure. Well, you're all meditating. That's a 1 in 1,000 chance of getting 3 of those in a row. Tickery, you just deserve something nice. Tony, thank you for the follow. Is Tony okay? Now look at that. Look at the Asri. Good job bonking a couple baddies. Hey, Matt, thank you so much for the 25. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for donating to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. So. Here's that check-in. You can do that once per stream. It's my check-in redeem. It's my clever way of gamifying. And also skipping the stream streaks crap that constantly breaks and makes people feel a lot of FOMO. Because your streak breaks if you miss a single stream, which sucks when you watch like 40 streamers. So that's the 10K. I have some stretch goals planned, potentially. There are a couple of things that would be really cool for my transition or for my personal health that would really, really, really make this process easier and more comfortable for me. Things like having reliable transportation, because right now our car is at 70,000 miles on its original transmission, and it's a very unpleasant ride right now. And so we try to use it as little as possible. But this is a process that's going to require considerable amounts of reliable transportation. So being able to like make a new car payment would be really nice. Things like having electrolysis elsewhere, like facial electrolysis, that's sort of a stretch goal. Being able to pay for, some more comfort things post-surgery, like maybe like a donut pillow for the healing, or like some comfortable cushions, maybe something to prop me up on the couch so I'm not laying flat backwards all the time. It's going to be, everybody's healing process is different, and so different healing requires different support. And so transportation to and from appointments, comfort things, possibly replacing things because I bled on them will be an issue as well. You bleed for a while after the surgery. So, So you asked how long I'm going to be live today. My slot in the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser to kick it off is 2 hours. Because we're doing what's called a raid train. We're going to be doing a raid train fundraiser. I've got, since I am disabled, and I can't do what Umi did. Somebody made the comparison to the February subathon, where Umi streamed for all 100 days of February, with an uncapped subathon, like 12 hours a day. It was wild, extremely impressive. I can't do that. I am disabled. There's a certain amount of that I'm never going to be able to keep up with. So when I asked for help, my friends were like, let's do a raid train. And so pretty much a raid train means, I've got a bunch of different creators lined up who are all going to do their own things to kind of assist with the fundraiser. We're going to take 2 hour slots for the next 4 days. 4 days across 25, roughly 25 different Twitch channels. And there's a schedule available at the card. If you do !info in the chat, it's fixafairy.card.co. But you can see who's going to be live with the fundraiser and the raid train at any given moment. And each individual streamer, for the most part, has their own incentives to offer and their own rewards for raising a certain amount of money during the fundraiser. But you can see a bunch of other rewards as well. So we have some milestone rewards, which I want to break down. But first, I'm going to do those last. We have some individual rewards as well. A couple of giveaways to thank people. A couple of direct rewards. Nowlin's rewards are already pretty much gone, which is wild. Hi, Shar, welcome in. You got better at swimming. That's a pretty good goal. We have a bunch of these available at checkout. From various people, but also a lot of these people are doing unique things on their own streams as well. So you'll find, like, if you donate a certain amount during such and such's block, like Ryusei, if Ryusei raises, I think he said $600, he'll play Terraria for a month, which is his greatest regret in his Steam library. Hey, Tony, thank you so much for $5. Thank you for donating to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. I appreciate you a lot. You rated in. I haven't even met you before, and you gave $5. Thank you. That's really kind. So. You feel like you should have done something different for your thank you rewards? You don't feel like what you're doing is actually going to help drive donations? Ren, that's got to be imposter syndrome. When people see what you've got on offer, they're going to want it. Ren has some awesome pixel art that's going to be on offer for donors during Ren's slot. So, you got to go eat dinner before Real D&D. Good luck with your fundraiser. Thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate you. Please go have a really wonderful dinner. I hope you get a delicious taco or a beef stroganoff or something. Yeah. Offering something at all is so much and incredibly rad. Well, yeah, Ren, but it's okay. That's still a big deal. We have a bunch of things available for the top donors. Thank you $10 for the anonymous. Well, I'm doing good. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for 10 to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. So let's break down milestones. Let's talk about milestones and the fact that we are already 26% of the way to the goal at 43 minutes into day one. And these things always go real hard right at the beginning, and then they taper off, and then you get another push towards the end. We've done a bunch of fundraisers for different people in this community, and you're going to eat the secret third option, stir fry. Ooh, stir fry sounds great. Molly, thank you so much for coming in with the raid. I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate the follow, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Symphogear mentioned. Symphogear. I haven't thought about Symphogear in a while. Yes, Thursday, baby. Let's break down the goals here, because we have a couple of milestones. We have a couple of the various milestones, but on the card you can also find all this info as well. Anonymous's mom $10 sells them to positivity. I don't know what that means. Anonymous's mom $10 sells them to positivity. Okay. We have a couple milestones. First one we cleared before the thing even started. People donated enough that we cleared the first milestone at $1,000 before the fundraiser even started. And that's unlocked a reward. Since we raised $1,000 for the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser, Positivity will assemble and play something with proximity chat, something chaotic and silly with proximity chat in order to celebrate. I don't know. We'll play... Peak feels like a bit of a cop-out because we love Peak already, but, you know, stuff like Barony has proximity chat, stuff like Lethal Company has proximity chat, and can be pretty chaotic and fun. Repo seems really obvious. Maybe I can convince them to play Amogus with me. That would be fun. That's always a good time. Yeah, Goose Goose Duck? GGD could be good. We've played that before. It's like Amogus, but it's too chaotic to have any strategy. I don't know. We're gonna celebrate. My friends and I are gonna get together and celebrate raising $1,000. So MSG Monday, Teppanyaki Tuesday, Woke Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Stir Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You just eat one stir fry for all 3 days, yeah. Oh, Walk Wednesday. I mean, it's Woke Wednesday around here, though. So, hard sell, I hate Amogus. Yeah, it's true. Prin hates Amogus. But you know what Prin's gonna really enjoy? Playing Ocarina of Time with me. Which, I guess I never figured out the mechanics of what we were gonna do for that and how that works. We were gonna play that for your slot, and I apologize. I got really overwhelmed and fully forgot to do the setup on that. We're gonna. There's a cool mod for Ocarina of Time where one player can play as a fairy and one player can play as Link, and that's kind of the plan. Thank you, Prin. God, you're the best. Heroes, shout out to Printers. Absolute beast. Absolute pillar. Golden idol of Hodmi-Dottery. So, Prin, when I put this fundraiser together, I was really overwhelmed. This is really hard to do, even if it's a little thing. Prin really stepped up. When I was flailing and I lacked the traction or energy to figure some of the technical stuff out, or the organization, or wrangling people together, or collecting everybody's incentives and turning the chaos into usable data, Prin stepped the hell up in a way that I am so thankful for. Because this would not have come together without her. And thank you for the follow, new friend. Welcome to the Glade. It's nice to have you. Sorry, I'm crying. Misa! Hey! Misa, hey! Get water! Get water and stretch too, you dingus! Hey, Misa! Hi, Upper! Hi, Misa! Sorry, I cried a little bit. But this is an interesting, this is a good point to bring up,
Well, stop
right?
crying, silly.
Good idea. So this is one of
Or
those things
water.
that's important to bring up. This community, or water, this community has come together to produce so many miracles. Between the Big Bonchathon, the Prin Parade, Beard's Buddy, multiple years running, we have illustrated the kindness and generosity of this community so many times, and it feels so weird to ask it for help directly. I mean, even the Faunathon, when I needed to move kind of urgently, y'all really came together. Y'all really are an incredible machine capable of producing human miracles, and I've seen so many of them firsthand. It's really humbling to get to be a part of this community. So, Hespers, do you want to hear a joke? My name's not Hespers, but sure. San, hi San, hello, welcome in. And we have an ad break in 2 minutes and 40 seconds, gamers. That's a really good time to do a stretch, get some water. It's going to be 3 minutes of ads blasting you in the face, unless you have a sub. And we do that to kill pre-rolls so that newcomers to the stream don't get immediately bounced off the stream by ads. Hi Sen, we like you around here. Milestones. Milestone 1, Positivity Plays with Proximity Chat. We hit that before we even started. Hi, Perry! We hit that before the thing even started. So, moving on to milestone number 2. Heiper Hosts is a stream series that we're gonna start. We're gonna start up how to defeat fundraising goals. Well, let me tell you, the Heiper Hosts is a goal that I set up for a stream series. Heiper Hosts is going to be a collab series. And the vibe of it is going to be, I will have some guests on to play something usually of their choosing. So they'll show up and they'll bring a game and we'll all play it. And Fortune Street is one of those games that you probably haven't heard of but would love. You probably have never played Fortune Street, and that's really sad for you. Fortune Street is an amazing game. It's so much fun. Prin introduced me to it, and so it's going to be a celebratory Heiper Hosts, where we're going to play Fortune Street together. It's like Monopoly if Monopoly was fun and had Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy characters in it. Fortune Street's going to be great. I'm so excited. I love Fortune Street. It's gonna be really cool. So we've reached that goal already. We are at 2672 right now. So at $2,000 we unlocked Happer Hosts. Yeah, print of course. Print of course. Diggy, you want to come play Fortune Street with us? I haven't determined the cast yet. It's just me and Prin so far. We'll figure it out. It's a 4-player game, so. So that's number 2. Third milestone at 3,000 raised, which we are $328 away from. Another stream series unlocks. This is a stream series I've wanted to set up for a while, but I have a specific purpose in mind. The Midnight Grind. So sometimes a little sporadically, I've been doing some midnight streams as like an experiment with a different vibe. A stream series where I kind of sit back and take a more relaxed tone and just kind of chill. We put on some relaxing music and we just vibe. And for a while I was playing a Final Fantasy and I wasn't able to continue that due to Twitch terms of service. And for a while I was playing No Man's Sky, but I wasn't able to continue that. So the idea is that we will put together a midnight series of streams where I grind towards Cap in an MMO. Maybe EverQuest. Maybe something else. I don't know. But the point is, we'll be uncovering a game together. Grinding and chilling and vibing and just doing song requests and just chilling out, which I think is awesome. And I've wanted to put the stream series together as a proper stream series for a while, so at 3K, that becomes a thing on the channel. That becomes a permanent addition to Hesper's Quest. The Midnight Grind stream series, which I think is going to be really, really fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. I will formalize it with branding and a schedule, and we will have a consistent Midnight Grind vibe. You know, like 1 or 2 days a week, I'll just do a midnight stream. But we're in an ad break, so let's take a break from talking about that stuff. Instead, hi, how y'all doing? 2672 already! I'm baffled. I'm deeply in the struggle bus right now. Boy, my stomach did some flips before the stream today, gamers. It still doesn't really feel real, you know? It's just numbers, it's just shapes. Tetro, thank you so much for the raid. Hi, hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. We're in the middle of an ad break right now, but I think you get a break from the ad break because you raided. But hi, raiders, welcome. My name is Hesper Lamina Lightwing, Deciduous Temporary, Alexandria, Mimi, Vivian, Wet, Chocotaka, Hot, but now everything are better than expected. First rapper for timing, 10 minutes later, Tucker left, Sono to Liliof. Woo! But you can call me Hesper. I'm Hesper Lightwing. I am your companion fairy, here to fill up your hearts and help you lock on to slay your way to a brighter day. And today we're kicking off the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser, which is a fundraiser to raise the money to get me my long-awaited bottom surgery, gender-affirming surgery in general, in fact. We've been going over the goals and stuff. Tetro, how was your stream? Thank you so much for coming in to help fix the fairy. How was your stream? And also, Meta Knight, thank you for 2220 is a very specific number. That's got to be a conversion rate. Thank you so much for the dono to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser, Meta Knight. Oh, wait, did you? Nice, hold on. 2,000 and then 69,420. That's, oh, holy shit. Clap emotes in the chat for Meta Knight, please. Can we get a clap emote in the chat for Meta Knight, please? That's incredible. You really did. We're sitting there on that math. You had a great time doing your birthday subathon. People are lovely. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Tetro! I hope it went really well, and I hope Birthday Claus brought you all the cakes you asked for this year. That's really cool. I hope you had a really great birthday party. r/they did the monster math. Many cake, yes, much cake, many cake. Ad break ends in 22 seconds, and we're gonna continue going over these milestones. I figured we could fill a stream just talking about the fundraiser. Fucking noise. So, yeah, that's the vibes. We're raising money for my gender affirming surgery. And I'm... So welcome back from ads, heroes, and friends, and hero friends. We're at the point where the numbers are just shapes and colors. None of it means anything. I'm making it through. I'm surviving. So milestones. Milestone 1, Positivity Plays. Milestone 2, Hepper hosts. Milestone number 3, Stream Series Midnight Grind. Bop, 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 bop. Or maybe grinding out to 100% in a game like Bomberman 64. La, 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 la. This song has an incredible soundtrack. Which is wild, because I don't think it was Jun Chikuma who did the original Bomberman soundtrack. I think it was somebody else. Zolkir, it's 4 a.m. Please have a wonderful night. Please have a wonderful sleeps. And I'll see you next time, I hope. Hi, Zero. Thank you, Tetro, as well. Thank you, Zolkir. We've already done wilder than my wildest dreams, so. Incentive 4, Hepper gets all possible route combinations in Shadow the Hedgehog. That's Magna, I haven't gotten there yet. Aw, who changed it? Who changed it? Well, I mean, it's appropriate as any Magna that you brought up, Incentive 4. Incentive 4 is a new stream series as well. I sound 100% femme. If you didn't know about this fundraiser, you'd have pinned me for femme. It's really sweet of you. People say that to me and I don't believe them. I usually don't believe them. That's really sweet of you. Thank you, Zolkir. Community Choice stream series. This is a new stream series that I'll be launching on the stream until it is concluded and whenever it is fun, with formalized branding and special announcements when it goes live. Community Choice is something that was proposed to me via a radical dinosaur. He's a real cool radical Rex. And so there's gotta be a game burning in your heart that you really want me to try to play. And with Community Choice, we'll be taking submissions from the community and doing community votes to see what we play next. But. Gamer, stop. I'm gonna die. Thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. So I've done a lot of voice work, and I do have some resources available for people, which I've reposted in, I think, the Positivity server and in Atelier Lumi, with some really good vocal training advice. So my brain is silly. I mean, it is dumb. It lies to me a lot. That's how brains work. So to kick off the Community Choice stream series, we'll be playing the first game the community chose for me, which is a Super Nintendo game called Radical Rex. I've never played it. I have no idea what it is. I just know it features a rad skateboarding dinosaur, and I think it's super cool. So I'm looking forward to it. Community Choice stream series as a formalized stream series with like polls and branding and announcements. Launches at $4,000 raised for the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. Also, thank you for the... Perry, thank you for 30! Oh, you're gonna get some Scott art. That's not a raffle. That's just Scott art. And Scott... Okay, talking about incentives, Scottzilla went insane. Scott was like, oh, the fairy needs help. Well, I, Matt Berry, Scottzilla, absolutely can do this thing. So he said, well, I was gonna cap this at 10, but that seems like it would only raise like $300, so I'm just not gonna cap this. And I was like, Scott, you realize if everybody who donates to this thing selects it and we hit goal, you're gonna be drawing over 300 pictures? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. So Scottzilla has offered those incentives. So the villainize you or the wrestleize you at an uncapped level. And he's just going to be drawing them for the next 10 years of his life. So, yeah, Scott draws at Mach 1. So, stream incentives. Milestone incentives. That's milestone 4. Milestone 5 is my surgery goal. So I want to celebrate the surgery goal. At milestone 5, at 50% of the Tiltify bar, when that is filled, I will have enough money from the Tiltify campaign because it is a medical expense fundraiser. It is not taxed in the US. $5,000 will be $5,000. That'll be it. That's where the vagina lives, at $5,000. So I know it's like talking so openly about my vagina is like really awkward and kind of uncomfortable, and I don't like being that forward about it, but that is the point of this fundraiser. So probably I will never talk so openly about it again. But so at the surgery goal, I will do a celebratory punishment stream. And by punishment stream, I mean I will play my favorite Zelda game of all time, Zelda 2, with a special randomizer, which we call Key Sanity. Oh, what is Key Sanity? No, Senator, it's got to require consent from everybody listening. That's the thing. There's implied consent that you're going to hear the word vagina occasionally during this fundraiser, I think, because that's the point of it. But that's the reason I focus so hard on saying gender-affirming bottom surgery or gender-affirming surgery, because I don't want to say that word a whole lot because it can make people uncomfortable. Talking about that stuff in general. I am kink aware, I am sex positive, but like on my stream, you know, I try to cultivate a different environment than that. So at 5,000, I will do a Key Sanity randomizer in Zelda 2, and I will play it to completion. I will defeat the final boss of the game. And what that means is maybe just first quest, but if it's really fun, maybe we'll do second quest too. What that means is it will randomize the location of every item in the game, including key bags and keys for individual dungeons, to any possible location. Which means in order to clear it, I will have to exploit things, I will have to know every inch of the game, I will have to scrub it and scour it, and sometimes I might get stuck in a dungeon where there is a single key required. Like, it's possible in a Key Sanity randomizer to go to the first temple and have a key locked behind the final temple, which would require a great deal of struggle to get through. P bags, yeah. But it's like the letter P. It's P for power, presumably, or points. Yeah, I'll be scrubbing dungeon corners like we're playing Wolfenstein looking for pushable blocks. It's gonna be wild, it's gonna be awful, it's gonna be a punishment stream, and it's gonna be a ton of fun. Also, you may not know this, but there is a version of Zelda 2 by a fella named Hoverbat. You can go to hoverbatsitch.io page and download it. It's the version I will be playing. It's the version I play on my stream. It is a PC remake of Zelda 2, made from the ground up from an original like breakdown of the code. So it's pixel perfect, physics perfect. It is exact, runs natively at 60 frames per second in widescreen, and has a bunch of quality of life improvements. And yours truly is in it. The next official release of this game from Hoverbat will include me, playably, which is kind of amazing. We call it Zalia, Zelda Again, Link is Adventuresome, but it is Hoverbat's itch.io page. That dude who got shouted out there, that's Hoverbat. If you go follow him on Twitch, you can find his info. It's all linked on his Twitch page, and sometimes he streams his Zelda 2 randomizers as well. And then when he's doing beta builds and stuff. I will be streaming a beta build of it very soon, because I have a new beta build where we're gonna do some testing, so. Yeah, it's not officially released yet. It's in beta right now. We're pushing towards beta. I will be included with the room randomizer update, which I think is 1.71. I will be in the room randomizer. And also confirmed by Hoverbat, the fairy spell, which has been removed from that version of the game and replaced with the Kuko spell, now belongs to me. That's right, I am the official keeper of the fairy spell. Yeah, imagine if playable Heifer turned into a walking fairy Heifer. I don't think you can replace the Kuko sprites, but, you know, not for lack of trying. So, Key Sanity Randomizer at 5K to celebrate reaching the surgery goal. Milestone 6. This is a little bit of a wild card one. At Milestone 6, I'll do an art stream. Maybe multiple art streams. So you might be familiar with Expanse Enduring, which is our actual play that we do every Sunday. over on twitch.tv/OceanX, but we did do some of them over here as well. And those take place in the world of Enum, or the original expanse enduring in Skyhold, which is one of the barrier kingdoms above Enum. What is Enum? Well, it's this thing behind me. Enum is the world that I'm in. And so I've been running a fantasy RPG series in the world of Enum. And so at this milestone, thank you for the follow, new friend. Welcome to the Glade. At the $6,000 milestone, I will do some art streams and we will design some NPCs to populate the world of Enum. And you can be part of it. I'll take suggestions from the crowd. We'll be designing NPCs together. It'll be a collaborative effort. We'll make a couple of characters who may or may not show up in Expanse Enduring or in our various games. Thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate you. Behave. So, for 6K, we'll do a series of streams designing some NPCs for Enum. At 7K, this is where it breaks down a little bit. This is where some long-demanded content becomes real. At 7K, I will do a game dev stream. I will do multiple game dev streams at 7K. Because I've had an idea for a game kind of rolling around in my head, but since starting my streaming career, I haven't really had the time or the energy to kind of put together the game dev resources. Like all of my free time goes into streaming. But at 7K, I will combine the two. And I will bring my game dev back. Because I've had an idea rolling around in my head, and we will prototype it together. I will open up Unreal Engine 5. We will use some Blueprint, and I will do as little coding as possible because I can't imagine trying to code on stream. Fergie, thank you so much for 40 for the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. I almost called it the Donathon. Thank you so much for 40 for the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. I appreciate you so much. If you want any of those rewards, please by all means feel free to ping one of us. You didn't pick anything. So, yeah, I don't know how people code on stream. It's truly a superpower. I do not possess it. But at 7K, I will make an attempt to release a game. Even if it's only released to the community, it'll be released in Discord. It'll be developed in Unreal Engine 5, so it's pretty secure and probably runs better than a Unity game. So, and I'll do that on stream. And I'll share the process. I'll share the discussion. We'll share the design notes, and we'll really break it down of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And y'all can look at my incredibly amateurish game design and criticize me while I make this game. So follow up at 8K. Hey, thank you for the follow, new friend. Welcome to the Glade. It's nice to have you. At 8K, I will do some more game dev streams, but I will add art streams as well. I have some experience doing 3D art, 2D art and 3D art. I'm a reasonably capable artist. One of the things that I do is voxel art. I have some software that I do. If you've ever seen 3D.Game Heroes, or if you've ever seen the game Barony, it has a voxel style, which is 3D pixels, basically. It's old school pixel art, but in 3D. Technically, Minecraft is a voxel game. And so I will be making some voxel art on stream for our cool game prototype at 8K. And I have some ideas, and we're going to make a couple of character models and a couple of enemy models and a couple of item models in this voxel software. And at 8K, I will stream that, which will definitely assist in this game actually getting made. You were donating for Oshio's Be Drawn as an Oshio, but you don't know if you had to donate during her time or not. I think that was during her time, but I will poke her. If she's in the chat already, I'm absolutely down to ping her and be like, hey, can we do that thing? You've done a bit of code streaming, and there's always that moment of, I don't know why X is broken. Let's hope this doesn't make me look like a complete fucking idiot. Well, yeah, exactly. And so my hope for this game is, since it's Unreal Engine 5, it's got built-in multiplayer, is to make a game that you can play with your friends instead of a solo game. It's not that much harder to make a multiplayer game. So that's an extra level of complexity that will for sure break you. Vivi, hi Vivi. Hi Vivi, how you doing? So we're going over our milestones right now for the fundraiser, which is at 2764. We are at 27%. We are $236 away from the 3rd tier milestone, which is the Midnight Grind stream series, in addition to everything that everybody else has offered for this. But so that's 8. So I didn't originally have a goal for 9K, and I don't know why it didn't occur to me, but somebody suggested at $9,001, it's over 9,000. This is the Dated Meme Classic Edition. This is going to give us a very special Throwdown Thursday, because it's over 9,000. So what would be better than over 9,000 than the return of Throwdown Thursday with me and Ryusei? And Ryusei is going to go ahead and pick his favorite DBZ fighting game on a retro platform and teach it to me. And by teach it to me, I mean take me to school in that DBZ fighting game. So I'm really excited about this. If we reach $9,001 on the fundraiser, we're going to introduce that stream series again. It's been a long time since Throwdown Thursday. We haven't done it since the Kobold was the main streamer over here. So it'll be really good to see it come back. Take me to school, aka bounce me off the walls. I mean, I played one of the Super Butoden games when I was a kid. I remember. I know this. Also, hi Shammy. Thank you for the hydrate. Hi Shammy. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're holding up together. We haven't talked in a little while. I appreciate you. I like you a bunch. But yeah, so at 9,001, we'll probably bust out a Super Butoden or a PlayStation DBZ fighting game or something that I've never played before. And I will do my level best to hold my own against the mighty Dragon Wizard Ryusei Shining Heart. And I know most of the unlocks here are stream series or special streams. That's what I really have to offer. So that's the milestones. I hope you humble him. I mean, we do play Street Fighter together sometimes too. I'm just saying. And then the big milestone, 10K. If we raise 10K, that's enough to cover all the medical expenses. That would be enough to cover, by our estimations, and again, this is not really an exact science. By our estimations, that will be enough to cover all the medical expenses, all of the incidentals, all of the prior procedures that are required, the things that aren't covered by insurance, to get the surgery to happen. At 10K, we're going to do a celebratory community night where I will host a thing probably on Discord, and I'll invite everybody to join. We'll hang out together. We'll play, I don't know, some Jackbox, some Fall Guys. It depends on how many people are there. But we'll all get to celebrate, and we'll just hang out together, which I thought felt like a really fitting goal for the community coming together, right? And I look forward to that community night. The night when I mean, if it happens, when the fundraiser is cleared and everything is settled and we've hit all the goals and we just get to vibe together. I think that's my favorite thing. Just kind of chill out there with all of the medical expenses covered and play something together. You hope I surpass my goal and then some. Well, thank you, Tiny. I have a lot of really good help. Like, again, this is just slot 1.
Number go up.
Thank you, Slayman. Thank you, Slayman. Number do go up. Good observation. This is just slot 1 of the fundraiser. This is a 4-day event with over 25 creators involved. So many people have come out to donate their time and their energy and their resources to this. So, that's the long and short of it. I thought this was going to take me longer. We have so many cool creators participating with tons of incentives. I know there's a couple folks who are holding off for particular slots because they had their hearts set on particular incentives. So let's go over the schedule and talk about who's going to be here. Let me grab the card link. So this is our card link, the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. That's my little logo that I crapped out in an evening. For 11K, I can get the deluxe faux leather interior, and for 11.5, they hang a little pine tree scented thing in there. You get the new vagina smell. So, this is it. there's a couple of things that I've already gone over on the stream here with a bit of alt text here. This is the Raid Train Donathon. It runs for 4 days. It started about an hour and 15 minutes ago, and we're at 27%. But there's some more info on here as well. In addition to how to help, we have a donation link here that takes you directly to the Positivity website, where we have a forward to the Tiltify. Oh, this one just goes right to the Tiltify. Anyway, point is, that's less important. The milestones and incentives we have listed out here. There's a little redundant information on there, isn't there? Oh, this is me explaining the stuff I just explained. Okay, this is taken from a Discord post I made. I see what this is. These goals are a little shifty now, because we may not need to have somebody come and take care of me. LMD may have paid time off to cover the time. Also, Smudge, listen, your view means more than anything. Even if you don't have a single penny to drop in the bucket, your view counts so much. Your being here make number go up. I appreciate you so much. We love our lurkers. We love our vibers. We love people who just hang out in the community. And Smudge, you've always been active and cool, and I appreciate you a ton. So, schedule. Let's talk about who's streaming. Over a quarter before she goes over all the milestones with some serious support. Oh, 910. We cleared the first milestone last night. Before even the beginning of the fundraiser. Before it even started. So, yours truly, from 12 Eastern to 2 p.m. today, twitch.tv/HespersQuest. That's me. I'm your companion fairy, here to fill up your hearts and help you lock on to slay your way to a brighter day. If you need a fluttery little fool, a funny little fairy, to accompany you on an adventure or a quest, that's me. Hesper's Quest. It's my quest is your quest, you know? I'm a light-aligned pixie from the land of Enum, and I am here to maybe give you a giggle, to give you a guffaw, a chortle, a ha-ha, a yuck-yuck, a little, to make you 5% more chuffed than you were previously. Good, chuffed good. Chuffed apparently can mean bad things too. Chuffed good. I've never heard of that before, but that's apparently a thing. A sensible titter, yes. Speak of the kaiju. Slot 2 at 2 p.m. Eastern in about 42 minutes will be my buddy and yours, Scottzilla. Scott will be taking over the raid train. We'll be raiding over to Scott, who is doing a metric Scott ton of art. Slot 2 for Scott 2. They made Scott 2? Damn, where was I? Oh, Tetro, wait, thank you so much. Wait, really? Huh? Huh? Gentle Fauna, that's an incredible, is that correct? Hi, thank you for the first time chat and for the follow before that is an enormous donation. Thank you. Holy cow. Yeah, Bunch is not kidding. Dropping 300 before the first time chat is a real power move. Thank you so much for the donation to the fundraiser. You didn't pick any of the milestone rewards or any of the donor rewards. So if you want any of the things, please let us know. Whew, I'm like shaking. That's huge. Thank you so much. Hi Kay. Hello. I hope your throat's feeling good. I hope your surgery is healing. Speaking of people with gender affirming surgeries, how you doing, Kay? Welcome in. I've moused you. Get it? Mouse, miss, squink, squink. Squink, squink. So, Gentle Fauna, thank you. That means more to me than I can say. I'm very, very appreciative. Thank you. If we hit 10K in the next 40 minutes, you can clock out early, right? Yeah. If we hit 10K in the next 40 minutes, y'all can go home. It's fine. I'll just invite everybody to one big collab at that point. Also, Fauna, thank you for the sub as well. That means the world to me. Thank you for supporting the channel and bits and subs. As much as we are doing a medical funds donator, jeez, a medical funds fundraiser to cover my medical expenses. The bits and subs really help the channel, and it means the world to me. We're over 30% of the way there. So gamers, we hit milestone 3. The Midnight Grind series is a go. We will be grinding something late at night. I'll be formalizing it with announcements and a logo and making it a formal part of the stream instead of just sometime Hepper go live at midnight. So I look forward to seeing you there. Maybe we'll play some MMO together or something. Every donation above 150 Hepper will be gifted a dodgeball. Yeah, I definitely don't have enough of those laying around. So, slot 2. We have Scott 2. That's my buddy Scottzilla, who, from my very hilarious fake first redeems, where you become Scottzilla, and identity theft is it is not a joke, but it is very funny. You don't? Oh, God. Oh, no. So Scottzilla is the Kaiju Mech VTuber. He's a hyper metal Kaiju Mech VTuber. He's a ton of fun. He's a blast. He's a ball.
It's a crime unless I'm doing it. Then it's funny.
So much art for this donathon. I don't have a record here of what everybody's planning on streaming for their slots, so some of it's going to be a mystery. Some of it's going to be a mystery for you. I imagine Scott's going to be streaming something cool. Scott, what are you streaming? I don't remember what everybody's things are. What is your plan for your slot? Tell everybody. Build it up. Scott is doing art with now. Oh, right. Right. You're going to be joined by Nowlin. Why, Farah, thank you so much for the... Oh, hell. That's a great reward. Thank you so much for 50 to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. You're going to get an art lesson from Nowlin. From our good friend Nowlin Davis, who is an incredible supporter of the community. Thank you, Tired Ratman. I appreciate that. It's been incredible luck already. We're over 30% of the way there. Hi, Nowlin. Yeah, we got a couple of donos earlier today as well. I will get the details to you post-haste for your Skeb style sketches and colored sketches. And one art lesson has now been redeemed by Lady Lefera. So, also, thank you so much for the Prime sub, Daria. Thank you very much. Did you know, if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account and give a streamer of your choice a free sub once per month. You gotta get going for now. Thank you, Quip. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for being here. It's been really cool meeting you, and thank you for your support. Can Tequila Wolf maybe contact me if you're here regarding your incentive? I'm not sure if they're there, but Nowlin, absolutely, once the fundraiser is concluded, I'll be pinging everybody and hooking people up via DMs as well. So I didn't want like people to just start spamming you with DMs out of the blue. So either way, we'll be organizing it, but I can hook people up with you too. Tech is in the UK, so Tech will be in a different time zone here. Scott's gonna be arting with Nowlin in about half an hour, 40 minutes, about 40 minutes, 37 minutes from now. And we'll be raiding over there. We'll be bringing the fun over there. This whole fun parade. All you viewers are gonna get to hang out with Nowlin and Scott. I will be there as well. I'll be vibing. I may not be in the voice chat with them because I probably need to get food and maybe drink some water and probably cry. But I will be there in the chat. I will be with there in spirit. Moving on from Scott at 4 p.m. Eastern, so 2 hours after Scott's slot starts, we'll be moving on to Teacup Kaizad. Kaizad is a dragon VTuber. He is a generally kind of adult-oriented streamer, but it's getting later in the day, so, you know, prime time stream. He's an artist, he's a creator, he's a horror stuff enjoyer. And so he's going to be doing... Oh, yeah, Tequila! Yeah, hell yeah! Tequila! Nowlin! I'm pushing the usernames together. Offered a vibe in VC stand, so thank you, Scott. I will probably join you after I get some food. I haven't eaten anything today. I did not want to eat anything because my stomach has been so upset from nerves. I didn't eat anything, so I'm gonna need to get some food. So yeah, Kaizad generally is a more adult themed streamer. a fellow trans person and a very nice and creative individual who's got some really good art chops, will be offering a bunch of art to the Donathon, to the Fix-A-Fairy fundraiser. Kaizad has offered, in addition to the D20 YCH, has offered some other things as well. Kaizad has his own incentives on his channel. I don't know what he's doing for his slot either, so we'll figure it out. And then at 6 p.m. tonight, Eastern, Kaizad will be raiding into Library of Jing. My Geo friend, my Geo librarian friend. Jing is great. Jing is awesome. Jing, formerly Cobalt Sprague, you might know, is a sweet, fun, gentle, very, very intelligent creator who I appreciate very much, who stepped up to fill an additional slot during the fundraiser. Jing is going to be actually taking 3 full slots over the course of the weekend. So Jing offered us some coverage when we could not get people to pick certain slots. Jing is the reason we were able to expand to Thursday. Jing is the reason we were able to set up a Thursday day. Also, Fergie, thank you so much for being here. Please have a wonderful work day. I'm gonna be doing my best to be present with Jing. I believe we were doing some together, and I just, God, it's hard to keep straight. I don't remember what she's doing, but I think I'm supposed to be there, so I'm gonna be there. And then at 10 p.m., Jing will be raiding into our final slot of day 1, Konotomo, the lawyer.
New 300 Ko-fi donation from 65535AF.
Whew. Oh boy. Boy, is that a kick in the gut. 65, thank you so much for the positively enormous donation.
Killer shot.
Sorry, whoa. Can I F5 this? Can I go to live updates with F5 on this? Can I see? Okay, I can't, it's not letting me pull it up. Let me, hold on.
Hey, I can only count up to G. Is that a big number?
Oh, it was through Ko-fi, that's why I'm not seeing it. Yeah, 65. I'll push that through to the Tiltify if it was intended for the Fix-A-Fairy fundraiser. That's why. Thank you very much for the dono, 65. I appreciate your support so much. If it was intended for Fix-A-Fairy, I'll redonate it. I'll let Ko-fi take their cut, and we'll move 300 over to the Fix-A-Fairy, so it progresses the bar and stuff. Thank you very, very much. I don't even know if you're here in the chat right now, 65, but thank you. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and disable my dono link on my Twitch. Hold on a second. People know. Let me go to my channel here. Let me edit my about. Just so there's no confusion. Okay, and let's do nothing here. Let's just... Why is that still clickable? Oh, I have to save it. Submit. Okay, cool. That's not clickable no more. So, where was I? Right, so we're doing the donathon through the Tiltify 65. Through the link there that the System Goddess channel just posted. The positivity.space/donate goes to our Tiltify campaign. If your 300 was intended for the fundraiser, I will send it over myself. But it goes through a different thing because it's a medical fundraiser and we're using Tiltify to make sure we're accountable and stuff. That's how we're kind of handling that. And that way we have the bar go up. So I can move that 300, that incredible donation of yours over. It's no sweat. I will absolutely just punch that over after my stream. So at 10 p.m. Eastern, Jing will be reading into our final slot of Thursday. Konotomo, the lawyer VTuber, the blood-sucking lawyer VTuber, not your lawyer. Kono has been an incredibly supportive person in the community. Kono has helped a lot of trans people with a lot of legal requirements for surgery, and a lot of legal requirements for things like name change and updating documentation. Kono has reached out to a lot of folks. I've been on his channel a couple times. Okay, 65. I will make sure to move that over. Thank you so much for your incredibly generous donation towards my medical expenses. That's huge. Really thank you. I don't know what Kono has planned for his slot either, but he's gonna be taking our slot until midnight, and he'll be terminating the raid train at the end of the night, at the end of Thursday, day 1. Which brings us to day 2. After a good night's sleep, we'll be moving on at noon on Friday, the original intended first day of the fundraiser, Valera the Dragon, who is a dragon VTuber. They're a moon dragon VTuber. They're super cool, super nice, and we'll be kicking off our raid train for day 2. Valera has offered some incentives, some art incentives as well. Some graphics for your stream if you are a streamer, a couple of things that'll be very useful for you if you're a streamer. And Valera is a competent artist. Valera is a good creator and has a very good creative eye, and also really likes spooky stuff. Spooky and witchy stuff is kind of Valera's whole vibe. So yeah, Fuewa art good. We like Fuewa around here. Well, I met through Misa originally. Valera will be raiding at 2 p.m. into Bancha, my buddy, one of the founding members of Positivity, the subject of our last fundraiser, who, Bancha, I don't know if you had any interesting cut-in announcements about the big Bancha-thon and your dental scheduling, but Bancha, we raised a bunch of money for Bancha, last month, last month. Everything's kind of... No, 65, it's okay. They take a very small percentage. I can cover that. It's like the price of a taco. It's really okay. Bancha will be live at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Wait, it doesn't have a... Oh, there it is. Sid, thank you for 15. Shark-sided, my favorite shark on the internet. Hi, Sid. Thank you so much for the contribution to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. We are over 30%. We're over 31%. It's hard not to get emotional, but fortunately, I'm overwhelmed enough that all of my emotions have frozen. So, Sid, I appreciate you so much. We love you a bunch. Bancha will be going live from 2 to 4. I wish I had taken the time to like organize what everybody's slot's gonna be, but you may just have to come along and find out what everybody's doing, because I don't remember what everybody's doing off the top of my head. But Bancha's a really good dude. He's one of my favorite people in the world. He's a wonderful creative. I appreciate him so much. We would not be here without him, any of us in Positivity. So, and Bancha will be raiding into Printers, another member of Positivity, not a founding member, but a foundational member. Prin has been with us since the very start, since before Positivity was a thing, since before I met any of these folks. So Prin is our number 1 Hadmidad, and she'll be taking the slot from 4 to 6. And Boris, thank you so much for the dono to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. Thank you for 40. And also Sid, please, anything is already more than enough. I appreciate you so much. Even just being here and bumping up the number in the chat, bumping up the number of viewers really helps us. Sid, I really appreciate you. It's really kind of you. And 2025 beat all our asses, girl. And seriously, 2025 beat all our asses. And thank you so much for stopping in. Quick shouts to Sid, too, who's one of my comfort VTubers. I lurk Sid a lot. Boreas, thank you so much for the dono to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. That's $40. This thing might actually happen, and I'm okay and good and great. Yeah, maybe beating our ass, but we're still here, gamer. We're still here gaming. Yeah, 2016's been real long, Magna.
It is going to happen, smile.
So. Kerfuffle! Kerfuffle, hey, it's really good to see you! Thank you for 50! Thanks, not to 50! Thank you for 50! Kerfuffle, we barely even met each other. I think you're so cool and you're so sweet. Thank you so much for the donation to my gender affirming surgery. Thank you for helping me get the Fix-A-Fairy fundraiser.
Wowie, Zoe.
Also, hi Monia.
It is going to
Hi
happen.
Lily.
Smile. Non-threatening.
I realized like I called you Fuffle one time and then I never really asked if I could call you Fuffle, and that's was like familiar term. But I like Fuffle. I think Fuffle's really nice and cute and sweet and amazing. And then one time you were like, "Can I call you Hepper?" And I was like, "Yes, God." Kerfuffle is a really fun creator, everybody. You should go check out Kerfuffle on twitch.tv. Everybody loves Fuffle. Look at that in the chat. We're doing okay, Pneumonia. I'm holding together. I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good at holding together here and keeping on task here while we go over the fundraiser. So Printers. Printers, one of our most amazing friends.
Hashtag Fuffle Sweep.
Hey, Layla. Speaking of really cool creators. Hi, Layla. Pharaoh, Layla, thank you for not to 50. I should have it say that from Princess Bride every time. Not to 50. Layla, thank you so much for the 50 as well. You could have bought a video game from a retailer and you chose to help me buy a vagina instead. I'm really thankful. Layla, welcome in. Thank you so much for the dono. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me in a way that is very difficult for me to sum up. There are so many people coming together to do such incredible things, and I'm okay. I'm very okay and very normal, Layla. I appreciate you so much. You know, I like all of the stuff, all of the memories kind of go out the window when my anxiety goes up. I'm like, oh, Layla, like, helped put together a really cool Pokemon team for me, and then my brain was like, no, don't say that. You might be wrong. I'm like, no, that's what happened. So the more anxious I get, the harder and harder it is to like remember things clearly. Oh, Fuffle, grats on level 2. Want you to feel comfortable with your body. You got this, Hepper.
Your chat truly loves you. Not one streamer in a century has that. No matter what the storybooks say. That's not true. But
That's
hey,
not true,
I'm
but
just
hey,
doing
I'm
the
just
quote.
doing the quote. Grats on 2, Nestor. Grats on 2, Sid. And grats on 2, Fawn. Oh, it's at swimming. Wow. So, I was on togethering this. Speaking of on together, we played a game called On Together yesterday on Misa Stream, which is a co-working thing. So Layla says, I want you to feel comfortable in your body, and I will be real with you. I saw yesterday a very graphic and informative a very graphic and informative slideshow about surgery. I got to see a bunch of immediately post-surgical pictures. I got to see a bunch of recovery pictures at 1 week, 2 week, 4 week, 8 week, 6 months, a year. And the thought suddenly became really real for me. I'm trying to decide how much I want to talk about, because I really don't want to. I'm not a streamer who likes openly talking about genitals on my stream. It's not a thing, but that is the crux of this fundraiser, is my bottom surgery. So I will say the equipment I got upsets me. It feels like a deformity. It's not just like I've decided it's a deformity and made some decision. Like, it feels wrong in the way that a broken ankle feels wrong, or a disfiguring scar feels wrong. It's difficult for me to interact with, and it always has been. Like showering sometimes is a burden for me. And looking at the slideshow yesterday, And hearing the things that my friends who have had this kind of surgery have told me, I'm trying to imagine a version of myself who doesn't feel this way. And I'm not doing a great job of it. The thought of being free of that is... it's hard for me to figure out, you know, how to put it in my head. Hi, Banani. Welcome in. It's not your first time chat, but I don't recognize your name. Did you change your name recently? If I may snoop, did you wind up switch casing or ternary operating? I did neither. I did if else, because there were exactly 3 conditions for it. So, you just don't chat often? Oh, damn, I'm sorry for forgetting your name then. Sorry, I'm trying not to get too emotional, because this is a really emotional thing for me. Imagining it being real is something that I let go of a long time ago. A lot of times in my life, I've been close to it. A lot of times in my life, I've been there and I've had what I thought was a path forward or a promise from someone to help me take care of it. Or, you know, Hepper, we're going to do everything we can, you know, and then, oh, well, I got a job that, you know, pays me $150,000 a year, but, you know, you're on your own, you know, 5-6 years later. So I don't have parents. I don't really have a family. I got thrown out when I was 21. And I've mostly been on my own ever since. Stray cat syndrome, you know? And it's hard to settle down. But it's hard to imagine a version of me that doesn't feel this way. And I've grieved it. I've let it go a lot of times. And I'm tired of grieving. So thank you. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to do this. I said I wasn't going to let myself get choked up. Just 1 second, please. Tech, if I'm so real, it's scary. It's scary, the thought of the recovery. Hey, Daniel! You just deserve something nice. Congrats on level 2. I hope you had a good time questing since our last stream. So, moving on, schedule day 2, Friday. On Friday, because I'm running out of time now. I'm really running out of time now. Also, Heck, welcome back. It's nice to see you. That's a Kobo. So printers at 6 p.m. will be raiding into Oceanax. That's the host of our Expanse Enduring streams. That's the girl who's volunteered her space and her time and made all those incredible art assets for Expanse Enduring, which, by the way, did you know? If you donate during Oceanax's stream, you can get some really cool Oshio art as well. Did you know? Did you know? Tomorrow, from 6 to 8, Umi is going to be doing her stream. It's going to be basically a midnight slot for her, I think. But it's going to be really cool, and I'm really excited. And I think she's being joined by Dolly as well. I think Dolly has taken sharing that slot with her. They have some really cool incentives posted up on their Blue Sky. So, as someone who might be earning enough to reasonably do it yourself soon, you couldn't imagine not helping someone else if you had the means. I'm so thankful for you, Fauna. That's a huge donation, and it means the world to me. As somebody who has not ever really had enough in my life, I have always been at not enough. I have always been at barely surviving. There hasn't been a period of my life that has been particularly comfortable to live. Since, you know, losing my home. I thank you. At 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Umi will be raiding into Misa Deluxe, one of the founding members of Positivity, the time-traveling bunny girl VTuber from the future. You know her, you love her. I was there last night on her stream, co-working with her. She's offered up a bunch of her time and effort for this as well. Misa's amazing. She's very good. She's one of my favorite people in the world, and you already love her if you are here. And if you don't already follow Misa, you really should. She's really great, and I love her very much. And that's her dancing in the chat right now. That's her cheering. The reason I have that cool Carby cheer emote is because Misa got one and I liked it and I used it all the time, so I wanted one for myself. And then at 10 p.m. tomorrow, Misa will be raiding out to Alistair Arson, the thief VTuber who is super cool and super nice and has a really cool tracking setup that I'm trying to duplicate. And he'll be closing out our Friday slot. I gotta speed things along because Scott and Nowlin are gonna be live really soon. Moving on to Saturday, Prolo will be kicking us off at the 12 p.m. Eastern slot. That's a fellow Pink Fairy. We like Prolo around here. She's super cool. She's super nice. She has a really nice squash and jar emote. And sometimes I get squash and jar as well. Gamers, by the way, I did a thing. I totally did a thing. If I go here, right? If I go here and you drop some rupees on me right now, you should drop some rupees on me right now. I did a thing because I worked hard. Whoa! Oh no! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my god, there's so many of you all of a sudden. Wait, actually, this may have been a mistake. Wait, that's more rupees than I anticipated. There's so many of you. I wasn't thinking. What was I thinking? Oh my god! This is all going horribly awry. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do if so many of you redeemed it so instantaneously? Ah! They're spilling out! There's rupees everywhere! I can't even stream anymore! Me when I run a fundraiser?
Champ, do you see Hesper?
Okay, so I think if you try to do a shield potion right now, it actually won't reach me. I think the shield potion actually won't reach me.
If you see Hesper, say rupee.
Oh, they're draining out. I'm curious. Yeah, it doesn't even reach me. It hits the rupees and bounces off. Anyway, I thought the jar would be funnier with some physics, so I added them. And they eventually drain out. Anyway, I worked on that too.
That's right. Hesper is in the ball pit.
Hesper's in the ball pit. The Dashcon ball
Thank you,
pit. The
everyone,
Fix-A-Fairy
for
Fundraiser
refilling
ball
my
pit.
snack jar.
But Prolo, my fellow Pink Fairy, will be raiding into Penny at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Penny Senseless, Calico VTuber, she's a Twitch partner. She's amazing. She's super nice. She's super fun. She's volunteered a ton of her time. I'm really excited to be there for Penny's slot in particular because I don't get to hang out with her very much. The FAFCon ball pits. Penny's super cool, and she'll be raiding into It's Noelle now at Saturday on 4 p.m. And Nono is a cowgirl innkeeper VTuber who's a very good friend of mine, who I like very much, and I think she's really cool. Nono has also offered some dono incentives, and Noelle normally runs the Noelle runs the Nono... Why can't I fucking say it? No. Hold on. I have like a mental block. It's like I've said it wrong so many times. My tongue. The I'm a professional fucking vocal performer. I can do this. November. Don't. She normally runs a donathon that runs through all November. And she's putting it on
$50 for an entire
hold.
stream of her trying to say it.
She's putting it on hold. Just to help out with the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. For the duration of the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser, Noelle has paused her own donathon to help raise money for my bottom surgery and my gender affirming surgery expenses. So if you see Noelle in the hall, like give her a high five. Give her like a look that's like, oh, hey. Like that makes her feel appreciated, you know, because she's really good. No. I'm not doing a bit. It's just something about this is like hanging up for me. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I can say the whole Hasper, Lamina, Lightwing, Lascivious, Temporary, Alexandria, Mimi, Vivian, What, Chaka, Hub. But now everything went better than expected. First try, perfect time in 10 minutes later, Tuckle, Shona, would do a kid, Lilith, Nona, November-thon. Yes! Yes! Ah! Hi, Val. I got it. I actually got it. No. Okay, it's just the once. Noelle is going to be streaming from 4 to 6 tomorrow. She's amazing. She's super nice. She's very sweet. Noelle will be reading into Ryusei's Shining Heart, the most powerful wizard of all time. A dragon is what he is, and wizardry is what he does. He plays a variety of retro classics from your childhood and mine. He's one of my best friends in the world. I love Ryusei. He's one of the founding members of Positivity as well. And he's going to be streaming from 6 to 8 tomorrow. And then he's going to be raiding into Ren, who is another one of my friends who I met through streaming. Ren is super sweet. She's also a cow, and she is very cool. She's a more adult-oriented streamer as well. But she's also offering some really cool incentives to the top donors of the Donathon, because Ren does some really cool pixel art. Also, I skipped over Noelle's contribution. Noelle has the Hesperized art. Noelle will put you in my outfit for donos. There's a raffle going on for it. There's a giveaway, because she didn't have enough to donate enough slots for every single person who donated that right amount. But Noelle is going to be doing 10 of those, I think. And thank you. Also, was that Meta Knight the most recent one? I really missed it. Thank you very much. Wait, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Thank you. My brain got in the way of my tongue. Yes. I'm gonna, yeah, and the raid videos as well. Those really cool, like, raid intro videos. Check out twitch.tv/itsnoelle now from 4 to 6 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, and she'll show off what she's providing. And yeah, Ren's pixel art looks so good. You might not know this, but Ren is actually working on something on the side for me that I haven't shown, and I may not show on stream, but it is a really cool sprite-based piece of artwork that I really like and really appreciate. And Ren will be raiding into Tag the Otter, my guy, my dude. Tag yourself, it's the Otter, the host of the Wizard Day fundraiser, 2 years running. The Wizard Day for Trans Lifeline takes place in February on a day that nothing of noteworthy happened, where we play wizard-based games, in order to raise money for Trans Lifeline. And this year we raised boob dollars. We actually got past that goal after the fundraiser closed, but during the fundraiser we raised $8,008. I was over there helping out Tag, but it's Tag did an incredible charity fundraiser, and I was so honored to be a part of it. We raised over $8,000 for Trans Lifeline. It was really amazing. It was a really good time. And now Tag has volunteered some time to take one of the stream slots for the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. And I would say Tag will be closing out our stream on Saturday, but he won't. Because he'll be raiding into Bagel Gremlin, who volunteered to take a special slot after midnight on Saturday just to keep the party going. Bagel has offered some really wonderful things as well. Bagel is super sweet, super kind, super nice. They're ex-retired magical VTuber who came out of retirement because the rent is too diggity dang high. Bagel's very nice, and you're gonna like Bagel a lot. Bagel is loud, and Bagel is exciting. They're very, very cool, and I like them. And then the final day, Sunday, we have some of my
super special boggle goblet make the meat orange with peel time.
Is that actually a thing? Wait. I haven't had a chance to really, like, memorize everybody's individual incentives. I would believe you if you told me for every $10 Bagel will take a bite out of an orange with the peel. For real? Wait. I'm so behind. I'm so sorry. I know this probably looks really bad that I don't know every inch of this fundraiser that's organized for my medical expenses. It's so overwhelming. Please make Bagel eat a whole orange with the peel. That's incredible. Didn't she do that for the Bontathon too? Did they? Love, there is so much to remember. I wrote it all down and I do not. Yeah. Sorry. Ugh. Getting thump. So, Val! Val, thank you so much for the dono to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. That's $50. Val. That's a kobold. That's a kobold. It's Val kobold. Look at my tail do a swishy now. Isn't it nice? Val, thank you so much for the dono. Please enjoy some Valera art. Oh, hell yeah. We got a Valera redeem. Let's go. That's a callable. 5-minute heads up. Yes, thank you, Diggy. I'm going to zoom through this. The final day. The final day. Some of my closest friends in the world were opening up with Arcade Aria at noon. Aria volunteered to take the first slot to the fundraiser. Aria is the guy who made the website. He's the guy behind all of our tech, HodMeBot, the Positivity.space website. Not a formal member of the Positivity stream team, but absolutely that may change in the future. Aria is incredible, and he's getting back to streaming, and he's volunteered to take a 2-hour slot at the top of Sunday. Aria will be raiding into a wonderful and amazing friend of mine, a real-life friend of mine from before I was a VTuber, Beardrick, also known as the Tasty Freeze. Beardrick is going to be doing a Scufferty event, which is a very special, very comedic Jeopardy parody that he does. He's hosted them before. You've probably seen them in our clips. If you've ever seen a clip play on my channel of someone playing like a Jeopardy board and laughing like crazy, that would be Beardrick. That would be on Beardrick's stream. I'm really, really, really excited because since becoming a streamer, I have not had a lot of time for real world stuff outside of streaming. And I love Beardrick. Hi, Paige! Let's Fix-A-Fairy. Welcome in, Paige. So Beardrick is going to be doing a Scufferty event with a bunch of other people. I'm going to try to be there for that as well. Beardrick will be reading into Zoe, Skylord Zoe, from 4 to 6, who is super sweet and super kind, who I met through streaming. Zoe is very, very nice, and I appreciate her very much, and she's taking on a 2-hour stream slot. I have to rush through this, so I can't shout everybody out like crazy. Zoe's raiding into Jing, who's volunteered to cover a Sunday slot as well, from 6 to 8 p.m. Jing will be raiding into Classic Carnage, one of the other founding members of Positivity. The final remaining. Carnage also has taken some time away from stream, but he's going to take one of our closing slots on Sunday. From 8 to 10, you can see my koala little bro, who I met when I was working at Nintendo. 65, thank you for the... 65, what? You dropped $300. Excuse me. Sorry, 5-minute warning. Running out of time. Carnage, the Quality VTuber, is one of the founding members of Positivity. My little bro, by adoption, not by blood, and is one of my favorite people in the universe. And I'm so grateful that he is coming out of... he's taken some time, even though he works like a really heavy full-time job. He's taken some time to do a stream here. From 10 to 12, we've got Diggy. That's the #1 moderator in all of our channels, every channel on Twitch, but also a wonderful creator in his own right. He's wholesome, he's not crude, and I think he's an all-around pretty cool dude. Manages to find the line of funny where he doesn't have to be dirty about it, which is a very difficult thing that I have not mastered. Diggy's a really sweet and powerful and supportive and amazing person who will be closing out our Sunday at midnight as it fades into Monday. And then, Gentle Fauna, you already donated $300. Are you in a race with 65? Is that what's going on? Are you dono racing? I mean, you're striving for those top 10 donor slots. I mean, that's you get some rewards for that stuff. I like how Diggy eats olives. I think it's really cool. He's a really charming creator. He's a really good friend to all of us. I'm really grateful to have Diggy in my life. And Diggy will be closing us out on midnight. And then on Sunday from midnight to 2 a.m., I'll be doing a celebration stream for however far we got, which is already so far. For however far we got from 12 to 2 a.m., I'll be closing us out. Diggy will be raiding into me at midnight, and I'll be doing a stream to wrap things up. I love you all so much. We're going to raid over into Scott and Nowlin very shortly, but I just want to say thank you for your help and your support and your love and the care and trust you've put in me. Technically we're at 37.24 because after the stream is over, I'm going to drop 300 over from my Ko-fi into the Tiltify so that 65's big $300 donation gets registered as a Tiltify donation. I may wait until it's nobody's slot to do that just so our metrics don't get messed up. But 37.24. I don't really know what to say to that other than thank you. This is... Love you too, Layla. I love everybody. Y'all are here. Y'all are... I do my best to make an inclusive and supportive space for people. People to explore themselves and have a place to discover who they truly are. And I want to make you laugh while I'm doing it. I want to make you feel safe and brighten your day and give you a little bit of joy. Even when things are sad, I want to be the little light that illuminates things just a little bit for you. And with that in mind, we're going to read over to Scott, who's slot number 2 today. Please stick around. I'll be in Scott's chat at the very least. Let me just make sure the raid target is live because this is an appropriate thing to do. No, 65, it's not trouble at all. It's no trouble at all. Scott's got some art that ClickFlint did of Layla and Stribla on his stream. That's our characters. Scott's gonna be doing some art with Nowlin. We're gonna raid Scottzilla. I don't have a super cool raid message. Fuffle, you're gonna make me cry. There's a really good one. Oh wait, that's a great raid message. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, everybody. Please, if you can, copy paste that raid message in there, because accepting the rules of the destination chatter and saying something in their chat registers you as a viewer with Twitch in a way that is registered in the algorithm. It's really cool. It's really nice. It's really good. It's super helpful for the person that we're raiding into, and it's also really cool to be a streamer to get a billion raid messages when somebody drops in. I love you all so much. I will see you next time, and the next time I will be here, not on someone else's channel, will be Sunday night into Monday with the cap stream. So I'll see you then, but I'll see you around on a bunch of other people's channels too, because I'm gonna be here all day, babe.